parent reaches a moment where they realize it's time for that child to read, and I'm sure you reach that point. And today I'm here to lend a helping hand by sharing the resources I've personally used to kickstart reading with all three of my kids. I'm all about simplicity, effectiveness, and making learning engaging. Hello, Super Mamas. I'm Erica. I've been homeschooling for 9 years. I have 3 children, 11, 8, and 3. Today, I am excited to share some valuable tips to jumpstart your toddler's reading journey. Building literacy skills during the early years is crucial for your child's academic success. I firmly believe, though, in not rushing a child's reading development. It's essential to be mindful of your child's abilities and follow their natural pace. By just simply dedicating time and effort to nurturing their reading skills, you're going to see progress in due time. Just remember, each child is unique, and it's important to embrace their individuality while letting go of all those competitive expectations. Let's dive in. Tip number 1 begins with just basically teaching the letter sounds. I like to begin with letter sounds versus the alphabet. So it's good to encourage your kids to associate each letter with its unique sound, and you can do this by singing songs, or even there's some phonics apps that I will show you. But simply little flashcards. Now, this is a shout out to some old school YouTubers that I learned from 9 years ago. But I have cards here that this is a basic, they're just like the letters, lowercase letters. And I go through these with my son when he's in the mood, and I go through the letter sounds with him. I have him repeat it. Sometimes he repeats, sometimes he doesn't. Follow the flow. That's all I gotta say. But I have these simple cards. I even have from the past cards like this that associate the letter with some type of object, and we will have him sort of move along with his finger, and even these as well. I've gotten these from all types of sources, but in the next tip, I'm going to give you a one-stop shopping tip. That moves us straight into number 2, alphabet recognition. Just simply exposing your little ones to the alphabet. Not only do we do it with the ABC song, but I try to make it fun by exploring a letter each week through different worksheets and activities. And I use educational materials like the flashcards that I showed you, and like this alphabet chart. I got this alphabet chart from Michael's for a very reasonable price, and it's handy. I sit it down on the table, and we will go through the letters and associate them with the animals, and also play little games and go through the letter sounds. There are also 2 printable products that I highly recommend, and let's talk about them right now. The first one is My Teaching Station Learning the Alphabet series. This series is a downloadable workbook specifically created to teach each letter of the alphabet. And within each workbook, you'll have a variety of phonics-based games, activities, and worksheets designed to facilitate the whole learning and teaching of the alphabet. I must admit, it takes some preparation with this program, with cutting out flashcards and things like that. But personally, I found it a worthwhile investment of time and effort, as it proves to be cost-effective and a convenient option rather than going around searching and sourcing various materials separately. In addition, you end up getting to use it with your other children in the future. The second printable resource that I really enjoyed is Preschool Moms, and I think she also goes by the Crafty Classroom, but the program is called the Alphabet Curriculum Notebook, and it is filled also with engaging activities for your kid. For each letter of the alphabet, there are activities, worksheet charts, coloring pages, and even math explorations. This program is designed to keep the prep work to a minimum, and it is over a 26-week period. Tip number 3 is to introduce your toddlers to simple guided reader books. One of my favorites is the Bob Reader series. I invested in the entire series, and it was well worth the money. These books are super duper simple. I love it. First of all, they're small for those little hands, and they take you through an individual letter sound, and there's simple text. It's great to read these along with your kids. Sometimes they'll repeat the words with you, but it helps to build up their reading abilities. The second series that I love is the Scholastic Little Readers. This was another great one that you can see here. Now we have a little more color, but the same simple text. Simple text that they can follow along and read with you. Tip number 4 is about expanding your child's vocabulary. Another great series from Scholastic is the nonfiction sight word readers. I like these because they introduce specific words to the child. So like here is the that book, and it will repeat that word, that, in each of the sentences that it has. I love these books because they eliminate the need to memorize sight words. I threw sight word lists in the garbage a long time ago. I firmly believe in learning through seeing and doing versus memorization. In addition to these types of readers, simply expose them to as many books as possible. Go crazy at your library and make sure to subscribe to this channel so that way you don't miss out on my book list video. I totally dig putting together themed book lists, and you can check out my recent picture book list that focused on creating a positive growth mindset in your toddlers. Once those letter sounds are established and they recognize the letters, you can move into tip number 5, phonics. Phonics is the foundation of reading, and it's all about understanding the relationship between letters and their sounds. For this, I highly recommend 2 fantastic resources, All About Reading, their pre-reading curriculum, and Alphaphonics. I am all about reading. I have used it with my 2 oldest, and now we have the pre-reading program, and it is a comprehensive program designed to introduce your child to the world of letters and sounds systematically. It's an excellent choice to build a strong phonics foundation. They talk about in the program the 5 big skills, and I'm going to read those off to you. The 5 big skills are print awareness, phonological awareness, I hope I said that right, letter knowledge, listening comprehension, and motivation to read. So this program works on developing all those skills in your child. Another book that I've used is Alphaphonics. Alphaphonics is a wonderful tool to help children grasp sounds associated with each letter. It's as bare bones as you can get, but effective. And I know it's a wee bit boring looking, but my oldest 2, I promise you, it really, really helped them. As you can see from the variety of tools I've used, I come at my kids from every direction possible to touch on their visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning experience. It's all about finding the perfect balance when teaching your child to read. Remember, young ones thrive when learning is enjoyable. So keep those learning sessions short and sweet, around 10 to 15 minutes for your toddlers. Over time, you can gradually extend the duration. Just always respect your child's unique pace and developmental stage. Remember, Super Mamas, we have the privilege of tailoring our children's learning experiences. Encouraging a love for reading at an early age sets the foundation for a lifetime of knowledge and imagination. Feel free to share your toddler reading tips in the comments below. Let's empower each other to raise bright, book-loving kids. Until next time, stay fabulous.